Next up is a class that has a mix of A-fuelers and top methanol blown engines, producing 3,500 horsepower. Now, the guy that is retiring this year, and I'm stood right next to his car, is a real championship contender. It's top Methanol Dragsters.
Well, he hasn't been at the top of the pile for a couple of years. That doesn't stop him from trying, though. Dave Wilson, UK legend in drag racing with the Silverline Tools A-Fuel Dragster. His last ever event, and he's in with a shout with the title.
Dave, what are you doing to us? You're leading the championship only by 9 points, and then you come to the finals, and so far the 2 qualifying sessions haven't been good.
No, you're absolutely right. They haven't been good. The track is a bit tricky this weekend. So we've struggled quite a lot. First run, okay, we had a soft setup. It didn't work. It blew the tyres off. Next run, we tuned it. We turned it all down. We got down the track. It wasn't pretty, and it was like 569, which wasn't really fast enough. So now we'll come back and try something different. The track's getting better all the time, so hopefully it'll come round to us.
Now, I don't want to be biased, but I'm going to be, and it would be such a nice, perfect ending to your career if you could win this championship this year.
Absolutely right. I think you're absolutely right, yeah. And we're trying everything we can, obviously. We didn't really expect at the beginning of the year to be in this position. We've had a good year. We've had some good luck and some bad luck, so has everybody else. We find ourselves in the lead. We're just trying to consolidate where we are. At the moment, we're struggling with the track. If we can get that right, we stand a good chance.
Well, that's the understatement of the year, trying to consolidate where we are, which is in the lead. If he goes home with the points lead today, he is the champ. The man up against him, that's Fred Hansen, in qualifying up against a resurgent Dennis Harberman. Dennis is in the near lane, and he ended up qualifying number 2.
Dennis, number 2 qualifier, how are you feeling?
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, yesterday we drove the personal best here, 5:41, so we are really close to the number 1, so it's just 36 thousandths of a second. And yeah, we have 2 more qualification runs now. And Timo and me, we are trying our best to get on the number 1 and 2 now. So the thing is, we want to win the race here in England at the finals, so that we can have a good winter.
Well, hopefully a good winter for them at the moment, though. Fred Hansen is the number 1 qualifier. Championship rival Dave Wilson only number 5. And those all-important round 1 pairings, Dave Wilson has got his old car, Paul Ingarutian. Fred is up against Oliver Azzopardi. OK, round 1 action for top Methanol Dragster. Today is the day we crown a champion.
Yeah, indeed. And Dave Wilson, of course, as we said earlier on, comes into this final round as the championship leader. But it is so tight at the top of top Methanol Dragster. Could be any one of about 3 or 4 people, but this is all important here. Dave goes straight up in smoke. What a great shame. And hands a win to Paul Ingarutian.
Yeah, well, Paul Inger takes the round win in Dave's old car. How ironic is that? His first round win of the year, and he takes out Dave with it. So, as it stands at the moment, Fred Hansen would have to win his first round race to be the champion. If he loses, there's still a chance for Dave. But before we get there, our next pair.
Yeah, indeed, we've got from Germany, Dennis Harberman, coming up against the man from Malta, who we used to watch here years and years ago in the Mr. Whippy car. So don't stop him for an ice cream. It's Monty Bajaya.
Yeah, Manti qualified again. Oh, Manti smokes the tyres. Exactly the same as Dave Wilson in the same lane. It's going to be Dennis through into round 2, number 2 qualifier, and a great 5.42 round win.
Very good, isn't he now? Absolutely superb. Right, well, we've just seen one Harberman. Now here's the next one. This is last year's champion, Timo, coming up against the man from Great Britain. That's Derek Flynn. Now, 2 different types of vehicle here.
A-Fuel Dragster for Derek Flynn, no supercharger, running on injection and nitro, and the blown car for Timo Harberman on methanol, and Timo smokes the tyres all over the place. Can Derek get him back? The answer is a big no. Unfortunately, it is Timo moving on.
I tell you, that was a close drag race, Gary.
Yeah, it was. It looked like for a minute there we were going to get past him, but unfortunately he made it and we didn't. So
I must admit, he took the long way round, didn't he?
He certainly did. It certainly did get a bit of a weave on for a while there, and it looked like Derek was going to pass him, but it looked like we lost a cylinder, I think, on the left bank. So
All right, well, there's always 2012.
there is, and I'm sure we'll endeavour to do a lot better next year.
Well, that's Gary Jenkins, crew chief and business partner for Derek Flynn there. Commiserations to them. They had a great summer, but not quite as good as the man in the other lane. Right, this is it for the title. Fred Hansen and Oliver Azzopardi.
Yeah, indeed. So Fred from Norway, of course, now being the championship contender. Oliver Azzopardi, the number 8 qualifier here, and it looks as though he has a major problem. Maybe can't select reverse. They push the car back, and it's Fred away all on his own. Wow, this is going to be it for the championship. Fred Hansen does it. Let's grab a word with his crew chief, Will Hanna. Hey, come on then, Will. How happy, on a scale of 1 to 1,000, how happy are you?
Right at 1,001. I just got to thank the Lord for all the answered prayers, giving us the good weather to come out here. Fred did a great job. We got a hell of a crew. They're doing a great job. What can I say? Fred Hansen, this Islanders black and white team, got it done. Finally got that championship we've been going after.
Well, the new champ from Norway up against his teammate, Paul Ingerutian, also from Norway. And it's the brothers, Dennis and Timo, in the other semi. And it's that first semi we go to right now. Timo against Dennis, the Haberman brothers. Their dad, Werner, stands on the start line to watch his boys go at it. Both away almost identically, but Dennis smokes the tyres. And it's Timo, big brother, going to his second final in a row.
I always wonder how you feel when your two boys, your two sons, are racing one another.
It's a good feeling, so I'm happy if the boys run together, and was a very good show. Both do the best. See Dennis, he fighting to the finish line. The track was not good enough for Dennis, so sorry, he have too much power in the start line, and I think both was a little bit aggressive. Both won the win, and that was the up in smoke for Dennis. And Timo tire check and stay on the throttle. Perfect show for the spectators, for the people. Very great. Perfect.
Well, Timo in the final. Let's see who he's going to race. Will it be Fred Hansen or the other Islanders, Paul Ingerutian?
Yeah, indeed. Here we are up to the start line then. And away they go, and immediately up in smoke goes Paul Inger. Fred just powers through, takes the win. He is now into the final, and he's the champion. And that would really set up his weekend beautifully if he could take that win in the final. Already the teams exchanging handshakes. And just watch this again. Beautiful run from Fred Hansen. And Paul Inger, well, just watches his teammate disappear in the distance.
Yeah, big shame for Paul Inger as well. They were doing great till that point, but it is Germany against Norway, Fred against Timo.
Well, this really would be the crowning glory for Fred, wouldn't it? And for Will Hanna. What a character that Will Hanna is. He's brought so much entertainment onto the racetrack, into our programmes. Here we go, the final.
Yeah, Timo and Fred, one more time. They're away, almost dead even, absolutely side by side. Fred's parachute comes out early. Timo takes the win with a 5:41, one of his quickest runs of the weekend. And it is the team from Germany celebrating once again as the camera gets a snog from Dennis.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Last year's champion gives way to this year's champion. And talking of this year's champion, let's get some words from Fred. Fred, what can we say? Well done. Champion at last.
Yeah, at last it took only 3 years, so I shouldn't complain, but yeah, it's really great. I don't know what to say. I'm meeting the best guys in Europe, and we can beat them. That's pretty big.
Great team behind you.
Oh yeah, you know, all the Norwegian guys who is with me here, I've never been racing before. And in 3 years, they change engines. They make the engine so fast that we are the first one to warm up. It's incredible how they can do this so fast. And, you know, they have learned faster than me. So, but you know, the teacher is good.
Well, that's how it finished. Dave Wilson ends his last ever season drag race in second, but Fred gets the number 1.